as we welcome you to Orchard Park with 2 minutes left in a 4-point game. Kirk Cousins back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson pulled it in. The catch of his life. But we got to look back at this.
How does he maintain possession all the way through, not allow that ball to hit the ground, and he just steals it from Cam Lewis.
Foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 47. That's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Justin Jefferson, you better be able to do that, and St. Brown does really well. Here's Patterson, who fumbled the last time he touched it. Cordero Patterson has a seam. Patterson splits it. Goodbye! Cordero Patterson, the 9th time in his NFL career. A house call on a kick.
From the 16-yard line, Marcus Jones. Got a block from Schooler. Here he goes. He's going to try to beat the punter. He does. He's gone. And that is a touchdown.
Are you kidding me, Kevin? The way this game is gone, and that's how this thing's going to finish.
2nd and goal with 25 seconds to go. Brissett has time. Fires, and it is caught for a touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, the Detroit native who played collegiately at Michigan, hauls in his first touchdown of the season. Brissett comes back to a wide-open Njoku. First down and more. Jumping over a defender. He went high over Poyer. And a first down for the Browns, a gain of 21.
Out of the pistol this time. And he's going to throw. Henry's going to throw it, and it's Austin Hooper for the touchdown.
Tutu Atwell goes in motion from the 38-yard line off the fake to Akers. Stafford going deep. It is caught. Atwell, touchdown. 62 yards.
Four in the pattern. Underneath Kelce. He's got it on the run. Kelce first down. And more. Kelce touchdown. He's done it again. Mahomes to Kelce gives the Chiefs the lead.
Vikings showing pressure here. They rush just 4. Allen again rolls. On the move. Lets it fly. Oh, Diggs! Oh, what a catch! Stephon Diggs, one hand. First down, Buffalo.
On the fake. Rodgers lets it fly. Has Watson. He's got it on his feet, and he's in for the touchdown.
That might be the biggest catch of this young receiver's career.
Extra time off because that was a Thursday night game. Fake the handoff. Tannehill looking. Tannehill going to take a deep shot. Downfield. Burks goes up and gets it. Big grab.
Just crushed their defense the last drive.
2nd and 18. Fields in some trouble trying to get it to come out, and it's intercepted. Okudah with the pick, and little one picks big one and takes it for a touchdown.
There's a lobby right there if they have time, because Aaron Donald's going to be bearing down on them.
3rd down and 9. Dalton heaves this one downfield. It is caught and taken in by Olave for a Saints touchdown. 52 yards.
U.S. Bank Stadium. Beautiful stadium. One of my favorites in the league. Now open for its 7th year. Kene Nwangwu will take it back for the 4. Patriots doing a good job, but Nwangwu gets freed on the sideline. He's in bounds. He's going! 130, 20, he will score!
Slides up to the top portion of your screen. And in that direction, it's intercepted. He was throwing for Cooks, but Kendall Fuller has a takeaway, and that's a Commanders touchdown.
And now on third down, Fields will yank it, and there's room to run for Fields. Fields, baby. Turn it on the speed. Fields on the angle, trying to outrace Okudah, and he'll beat him to the goal line for the touchdown.
Oh, wow. He's already the leading rusher on third downs.
Swings out. Fields over the middle. Cole Kmet. One-hand block. What a catch by Kmet.
Who is this guy? I think it's really hard to evaluate and give the guy a fair shot.
And only 7 first downs today. Pass over the middle. Picked off. Tipped and picked off by Jonathan Jones to the end zone for the touchdown.
Another third down, 3rd and 3. Cousins looks to throw, lofting for the end zone, and Jefferson! Touchdown, Minnesota! Jefferson, 2 big catches on the drive, and did he just hurt himself in the celebration?
Sharp start for Burrow, 4 for 4 for 34 yards. He goes back to the air. The screen from Mixon. Mixon with a lane, and Mixon with some speed, stepping out of tackles. Mixon inside the 20, and Mixon all the way down near the 17-yard line as Keith Taylor tripped him up after the 35-yard gain.
He was the one that made a fuss about it. Said they ought to take the C off his jersey. As Stafford fires it downfield to an open cup. He beat him for 70 yards in the playoff game, and he's got another long one against the Buccaneers.
Oh, my goodness. This is an incredible throw with Vita Vea bearing down on you and Kupp running a perfect route.
Carr going to go down this sideline. It is. Did Adams make that catch? That's unbelievable.
Brought into the league by Pete Carroll. Great admiration for Coach Carroll and his way with players. Same kind of thing from Ed. Here's a 2nd and 4. On the sideline. Oh, wow. What a catch. The feet are down.
Smith keeps it. Thrown in the air again for the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. What a throw on 4th and 1. He's only had one 100-yard game. 2nd down. So there's a big hole. He's off to the races. Chased by Harmon. Chased by Webb. And you can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Colts.
Make that 2 games, Kevin.
Play number 10 on this drive for Las Vegas. Carr looking for Adams. He's got a step. He's got the catch. He's got a touchdown. What a throw. What a catch. And the Raiders are on the board.
Fake to Jacobs. Carr loads up. Adams is open. Walk-off touchdown. A sweep of the Broncos for Las Vegas.
Tua, end zone. Caught. Trent Sherfield. Touchdown. Jacobs with running room right up the middle. Jacobs is on his way. The Raiders are going to win this game.
Drive start from the 18, and right away it is a throw
to get Willis in the game. To his tight end, Chig Okonkwo on the run. Okonkwo all the way to the 34-yard line. Like we said, the explosive Titans offense on display.
Third down, back Philly 17, Indy 16, back to the game.
And a deep pass down the field for Peoples-Jones as he inbounds. Yes.
Second down and 2. Mariota complete. London. And then the ball's taken away. London had it stripped. And it's brought back across the 40. And finally taken down at the 50-yard line. What a play.
I wouldn't mind coming back to Lazard. I think Lazard or some sort of design check down here. You got Aaron Jones. Got all these guys up in the line. If they can find a way to get Jones out.
Rodgers steps up, going deep, has a man. It's caught. Watson is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. On a 4th and 7.
You know, to have a shot at the playoffs, you know, for him to come and return and hopefully get hot at the end of the season.
This is Chubb breaking free up the sideline to the end zone for the touchdown.
180. It's a flea flicker. Henry back to Tannehill. Down the field. Westbrook-Ikhine all alone. Cut back at the 20. And it's a touchdown. Second of the day for Westbrook-Ikhine on the flea flicker from Tannehill. Sure that Boomer is letting Phil know about that. Carr looking deep, had Adams down there. He's open, the defender slipped. Adams wide open, touchdown. The second of the day for Davante Adams.
Yeah, Mark, you do get credit for not turning it over, and they haven't so far, as Heineke avoids pressure and heaves it deep. Samuel, the officials down there, and Samuel makes the catch! There were 3 Vikings and an official, but Samuel made the catch. One official is saying he's in for the touchdown.
DeAndre Hopkins has been all over the place. So 1 spot, 2 spot, wherever you need him to be.
To the end zone. A.J. Green makes the catch. Spectacular for a Cardinals touchdown over David Long in the corner of the end zone.
From the 15-yard line, Seattle begins this drive with a play-action fake and a throw to Noah Fant. And a first down and plenty more. And Noah Fant into Arizona territory. Finally brought down inside the 35. The biggest play of the day comes in the biggest minutes of the day.
And as Melissa told you, no Gerald Everett, the tight end. So it's not the whole cast together, but a few of the stars are back. Herbert going deep. Downfield for Joshua Palmer. Got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Whoa! Bang, bang, bang. 3 plays to the end zone.
Quarterback run, always a possibility here.
And it is for Allen. And more. Josh Allen, sideline, touchdown! Josh Allen does it himself, 36 yards.
That was a big interception now. Sets up Derek Carr on the 30-yard line.
Jacobs. 5. Jacobs breaking free, going to the end zone for the touchdown.
And Tennessee's starting to hit that stride.
Smith.
Oh, it's picked! What a play by Zaven Collins! And this game is flipped. Arizona with a defensive touchdown. Their 5th of the year to lead the league.
For Jordan Love.
37. Here he is throwing in the middle. It's caught by Watson. He's got great speed. Turning the corner. Christian Watson down the sideline. And he will score. Whoa. Hang on. Love to Watson. To a one-score game.
A deep drop lets the routes develop. One of his first downfield shots has Garrett Wilson. Makes field goal miss. Turns on the afterburners. He's gone. Touchdown Jets. New York takes the lead.
Rush coming. Forced to throw, coming back for it, breaking a tackle, Slayton, catch and run, down the sideline, Slayton, twirling, touchdown!
Benching 50 pounds is not easy. Mayfield looking down the sideline.
Oh, catch ripped away by Terrace Marshall, his first NFL touchdown.
7-1, trying to win a 7th in a row today. Here's Delvin Cook on first down, and Cook's got room. Delvin Cook takes off down the sideline. There he goes. The big play they desperately needed. Delvin Cook with a 71-yard touchdown.
Jones the block at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down and break tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, he got a terrific block down there by Mooney. He's in for 6. 61-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Justin Fields.
Had it tonight at 7-0. First down. Pierce again. Off he goes again. Pierce. Boy, this rookie is tremendous.
Put 55 inside. Get a matchup you like. I don't know. It's against Zach Martin. Good luck.
Going deep. Pollard has the catch, and no one will touch him again. Touchdown, Dallas.
This starts, it's a perfect throw by Dak Prescott, and Pollard showing the juice and why he's been exceptional here for a long time, especially
some balls that came in with a little bit of velocity on them underneath in the middle of the field.
Ty Johnson this time steps out of a tackle into the secondary, stays on his feet and scores. 32-yard touchdown from Ty Johnson, his first one this year.
To put Lockett and Metcalf in one-on-one, that's when the offense can really start to take off.
Geno going to go deep down the sideline. Got a man. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett.
Makes it easy on a play call.
Jones to throw. Pressure right the middle. Jones unloaded. Looking for Darius Slayton. He jumps and he holds it in. Darius Slayton is down at the 1. Oh, what a catch.
4th and 10. Brissett throws. Back of the end zone. What a catch. David Njoku in the back of the end zone.
You've got 3 plays. If you throw them quickly, don't want to try and scramble around or anything. Just throw it away if it's not there right away.
Here's the snap to Brady. Fakes to Fournette. He throws. It's caught. It's in for the touchdown. Incredible. Tampa Bay takes it 60 yards.
Blitz is on, down the middle. He's got the wide open Hopkins with a spinning broken tackle, taking it into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins.
20 seconds to go. Lawrence throwing to the end zone. Marvin Jones. Yes! They call it a touchdown.
Fake. Mahomes a lot of time. Now over the middle. He's got his man. Kelsey at the 15. Gets a block inside the 5 and he's in. Touchdown Kansas City.